Hello guys, I welcome you all to my new historical video. Today's video will be on the history of one of the most beautiful city of India, and that's the Amritsar city of Punjab. Actually, I recently visited Amritsar for 3 to 4 days, and I honestly tell you guys, it was really a pleasant experience. Like, I really felt so spiritually connected and so emotionally mentally connected with the city of Amritsar, and I was very much blessed and I was very much fascinated seeing the culture, temples, the famous Golden Temple, and the famous Atari Wagah border parade, and the delicious food of Amritsar. So it all just made a huge combo to attract to such a good city. Like, I am very much excited to go again to Amritsar. So I decided that if I have gone and experienced such a beautiful and amazing experience at Amritsar, so should I so then I should make some videos to about researching about the history of Amritsar, like how was the city made, which gurus played a huge role in making of the Amritsar, making it more popular, and how its role was there in the Sikh Empire, and how the its role has been prominent and gained importance during the British and during the independent Indian empire. So I decided that I should make some history videos about the Amritsar, and here we are today. So let's start the today's video. So if we talk about the early perspective, basically the foundation of Amritsar, in which how was the city founded. The city of Amritsar was founded by Guru Ram Das. He was the fourth Sikh Guru in the year 1577. The city's name comes from the Amrit Sarovar, which is known as the pool of nectar. It is the sacred tank surrounding the Golden Temple, which is also known as the Harmandir Sahib. This area was originally a tank gifted to Guru Ram Das by the Mughal Emperor Akbar. His successor, Guru Arjan Dev, built a Harmandir Sahib in the center of this tank. And by the 17th century, guys, Amritsar became a huge center point for Sikhism and for the Sikhs in both economic and in both religious and spiritual manner. For example, it became the center for all type of religious, economic, spiritual activities, and it became very much important for the faith and for the religion of Sikhs. During the 17th to 18th century, Amritsar faced multiple invasions from Mughals and from Afghans. For example, Ahmad Shah Abdali invaded and plundered the Amritsar city multiple times during the mid 1700s, and it followed the mass scale killings, persecutions of Sikh gurus, citizens, and the followers of Amritsar. So we can see that Sikhs faced a huge level of cruelty, huge level of attacks from various types of Mughals and Afghan soldiers, and there were mass killings, mass persecutions of the Sikh people based on their identity and based on their religion. So Amritsar, though have a very good and very strategic past, a very golden past, but it also had some blood on the hands. Like, there is some bloody past into the Amritsar city, which gives us terrifying chills about how the people faced cruelty and how were they forced for killings, kind of genocide, and how they faced torture in the hands of Mughals, Afghans, and later the British. Although, despite all these types of attacks, the Sikh community stayed strong and built the city again. Now, if we talk about the mighty Sikh Empire and the role of Amritsar during that period, so let's first of all talk about this. The mighty Sikh Empire period started from 1799 and remained till 1849. During the Sikh Empire, the famous and the most powerful Raja of the Sikh Empire, Maharaja Ranjit Singh Ji, the leader of Sikh Empire, restored the Golden Temple and covered its upper floors with the gold foil, and made the Golden Temple very attractive and very prominent for the Sikh people and for the religion. Under his rule, Amritsar became the political and military hub for all type of political, military, economic activities, and it also became a very famous point for many traders and merchants to continue their economic activities and to pass through Amritsar, and that's why Amritsar gained very prominence during the Sikh Empire and became a very important city. After the Second Anglo-Sikh War, the Punjab Empire collapsed in 1849 and was annexed by the British, who ruled there till independence. Under the British rule, violence, killings, racism, and events like Jallianwala Bagh massacre took place, killing hundreds. So we can say that British were no indifferent from Mughals and Afghans, and they were also very much indifferent, cruel towards the Sikhs and towards the people of Punjab. And we can see that from the events such as Jallianwala Bagh massacre, in which people were mercilessly killed for just expressing their political aspiration, for just protesting against the indifferent and the authoritative rule by the British, that was the Rowlatt Act. Like they were protesting against this Rowlatt Act and in a non-violent way, in a very peaceful way, and British just killed many people that were gathered at the Jallianwala Bagh. So we can see that how British were so cruel and very much indifferent to the people of Punjab, and how the Amritsar once again faced the cruelty into the hands of a foreign power. After this, Amritsar became very much active in revolutionary movements and in freedom struggles like the Ghadar movement against the British. And we can see that many people gained prominence from Amritsar, and many freedom fighters made the Amritsar their center point to continue their revolutionary activities and to fight against the British till their last breath to throw them out of this country. Though after the independence in 1947, the city witnessed communal violence, loss of property lives, refugee crisis during the partition period. It is like the horrors faced by the Amritsar and the pain of separation, pain of killings, and huge level of rape were done to the women based on their identity. People had to transfer from one city to another. Like many people who were staying in Amritsar had to leave the Amritsar for forever and go to Pakistan. Many people from Pakistan, basically the Sikhs and the Hindus, came to the Indian side of Punjab. So it was really a very difficult time for the people of Punjab and for the people of Amritsar to witness this type of a separation and this emotional trauma. For example, you can see it's just 28 and 30 km away from the India-Pakistan border. And you can see at the Atari Wagah border, there are checkpoints which tell that the Lahore is just 20 km away from the border area and Amritsar just 30 km away. So it's like two brothers were made separated from the each other. As we say, Lahore and Amritsar are very much compared with each other, and they are put parallelly to each other, and they act as in brother cities, and they were just separated forever from each other by this foreign power into the hands of the brutal partition that happened. Amritsar since independence has remained a very largely a peaceful city, center of religious harmony, tourist destination, keeping aside the turmoil period of 1980s. So Amritsar largely remained peaceful, largely remained very secular, but during 1980s, in the period of high level of Punjab militancy, and we know very infamous operation, the Blue Star, that took place in the Golden Temple. So it was really a very tough time again for the Sikhs and for the Punjab people during the 1980s, that continued for the period of 15 to 20 years, in which the Punjab militancy rose to high level of numbers. There were daily news of killings, rapes, persecutions, and daily news of terrorist attacks. So it was again and once again a very crucial period for the political and the historical nature of Punjab. And these 15 to 20 years, though, remained very much violent, and many people were killed during the Operation Blue Star and afterwards of terrorist activities. But after the thorough intervention by the government and by the administration, and with the popular support from the people, the peace returned to the Amritsar, and now people have become very much aware, and today people are very much in exercising all their rights, their religious identity, their political identity in the peace level. They are very much type of secular participation by the people at the Amritsar city. All people in Amritsar, whether Hindu, Sikhs, Muslims, live in peace and harmony with each other, exercise all their religious practices, their political identities, their aspirations, their freedom of to live with dignity, with full respect. And Amritsar has also turned into a great economic center for trade and for many traders, for many merchants to continue their exercise of economic activity. So yeah, even though Amritsar has faced many kind of invasions, many kind of violent history, violent killing past, operations such as Blue Star that very much made the militancy on a high level in Amritsar, but still today Amritsar stands strong and very much in peace and very much in harmony with other people of Punjab. If we now talk about some of the very famous places which you must visit when you go to Amritsar, so first of all, the very holy place of Harmandir Sahib, the Golden Temple. The another place which you must visit is the Jallianwala Bagh Museum, which talk about the cruelty of British. Then there are museums such as War Memorial Museum, talking about the history of Sikhs into the Indian struggle, into the Indian war against the foreign occupations. Partition Museum, which talks about the horrors of partition. Then the very famous Atari Wagah Border Parade, and you must try the Amritsari food, also the Amritsari kulcha and sarson ka saag, makke ki roti and lassi. Guys, please try all these food and you will definitely love Amritsar and you will say, I want to settle in Amritsar forever. Thank you guys for being a kind listener. If you like my videos, please like my channel and please subscribe my channel for the further developments and for further such interesting topics. And if you have any queries, any suggestions, do write them in my comment section. Thank you everyone.